about the things that we used to do. And then I wonder why I'm standing here missing you. Know that we had some good times, you and I, but now it's time to start a new chapter in my life. Even though we've grown so far apart, you know that you will always be deep within my heart. So even though I can't see you.
What's up, people? It's your boy Connoisseur Big U, back in the building with another edition of CuzWeKin Sports Talk. Here solo dolo. Shout out to my ace Boom Coon, Connoisseur Mixologist Mojo. Couldn't be here with me right now, but as always, it's straight on to business, and we're back into the NBA Finals. The Warriors are back in the series. They got a win. It was a tough win. Came at a price, some might say, but they got a win. So that makes the series now 3-2 Raptors. So the Raptors are still in the driver's seat. All they got to do is win one out of these next two games, and they send the defending champs home and packing, and they become the first Raptors team ever to hoist that championship banner, which is big, big news. I really think that last game came down to execution. I think that the Raptors had the game in the bag. Kawhi was going on all cylinders. The bench played pretty well, and it just seemed like at the end of the game, the champions made championship plays, and the Raptors showed that this is their first time into these type of situations. Like at the end of that game, man, I love Kawhi. He's been doing his thing, but there's no way that you pass the ball in that situation where they got that shot clock violation and made that turnover late in the game. Double team, triple team, quadruple team. Drake come off the sideline to help their defense. Diddy start dancing on the foul line. Whatever happens, you got to shoot that shot. Because as the superstar, the team should live and die by your plays. You shouldn't be passing off to somebody else and putting the fate of the team into somebody else's hands. That's just my take on it. And I bet that if he had it to do again, that he would have taken that shot. Even if it was a difficult shot that he took, I would have trusted a superstar taking a difficult shot much more than what happened. He passed it to like Danny Green, who dribbled it around and passed it to somebody else who dribbled it and tripped and stumbled, bumbled and slipped and all this kind of stuff. Got kind of ridiculous, and it ended up in, now the series is 3-2 when I think they could have closed out that game there, and that would have been it for the series. But now it's going back to Oracle, and I really don't see them closing out in Oracle. I think that the Raptors still, the ball is still in their court because they're up 3-2, and all they got to do is win one out of the next two to win the series. But I still think it's going to be hard to close in that next one at home. And this is without KD, because KD is not coming back. As long as they have a healthy Clay, and DeMarcus Cousins is starting to really get his legs back under him and play in spurts. I guess he's figuring out how to do it. You can't play a whole game because he doesn't have that win yet, but he can play in spurts. He can be effective. Like when KD went down, he came in and provided them with a boost that kind of kept them in the game. So, no team has ever come back from, no team in the finals. I think 3 teams have done it in the playoffs in history, but no team in the finals has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. So, the Warriors will be doing that for the first time. If the Raptors win, the Raptors will be winning for the first time in their franchise's history. But if the Warriors can come back and win, they'll be kind of setting the standard in their own right by becoming the first team ever in the finals to come back from a 3-1 deficit. So I think we got a pretty dope situation, and I'm tuned in to see how it turns out. Then with this KD injury, when he got injured, it was kind of weird because it looked like he made a move, and I could tell from being an athlete, playing sports, watching sports for a long time, that when he made the move and pulled up like that, I knew immediately it was pretty serious. So when he went down and you could kind of hear like cheering and laughter from the Raptors crowd, it was kind of weird for me. And I heard a lot of people that spoke about it on different sports talk shows and blogs and things saying it was a natural reaction or something to that effect, that, when something bad happens to, somebody on the team that you're rooting against, you automatically cheer for it or something like that. But I just think that I could agree for the people that have never seen anybody injured, have never played sports or been injured themselves, maybe. But even in those situations, I don't see cheering somebody getting injured, especially going down like that. If they go down and then they sit there like this is it for me. He called the trainers over, like, you know, it's a wrap for me. You know, play the violin, fat lady has sung, get me up out of here, and then the crowd started like clapping. That was crazy. So I don't know, but give people a pass. They probably was in there drinking all night, and you know, probably had beers going and all of that. So they might not have even known actually what was going on. So talking about the injury to KD, that kind of gets into the ramifications of that injury are going to be it's going to stretch far beyond just the NBA Finals, and I think it's going to impact the free agency over the summer greatly, because KD was probably the most coveted free agent that would have been available this summer, aside from Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis. So with KD saying that he was going to probably come to a New York team, I know a lot of people speculated that it might have been the Knicks. A lot of people speculated that it may have been the Nets, whom I still consider a New Jersey team, even though they moved to Brooklyn. You know, I'm a New Yorker, live in Jersey right now, but I still consider myself a New Yorker at heart. And the Knicks are the original New York team. Go Knicks. You know, somebody needs Melo. Shout out Melo. Get Melo on your team. Sign him up for a 1-game contract or whatever. He can help your team win the finals. The Warriors, if you can reach him first, call Melo, sign him up. The Raptors, if y'all can reach him first, somebody call Melo, somebody sign Melo up. I think he'll get that last win or 2 wins if you're the Warriors for you sort that series. But with KD being hurt now, it puts everything in a different light, where people were looking to try to land KD, and Kyrie was saying that he might actually go to the team that KD goes to. Now we're in a position where, with KD being injured and it being an Achilles injury, which usually doesn't heal, he shouldn't be able to play next year. So he's going to miss a year. So whoever was to sign him, before they were talking about signing him to a max contract, 4 years, 160 million, something like that. Now, if you do that, you lose a year. And then there's no guarantee that when he comes back, he's going to come back as the same KD that I know and love. The Destroyer, you know, Durantula, Slim Reaper, all of those names that they gave him from his prowess on offense and defense and the things that he did, the way he moved around. After an Achilles injury, he may not be able to do that anymore. So, you know, what do you guys think? Do you think that teams should still go after him with the same gusto, offering him max money and then kind of seeing what happens, or should they pull up a little? In my opinion, again, I'm a Knicks fan, and the Knicks were one of the teams that were in the front running to acquire KD. I would say kind of pump your brakes, because in an organization where you need success now, if you were to get a healthy KD, it brings that success almost immediately, because he changes the scene of any team that he comes to. He changes the playing field. Whatever team you are, you get that many levels better just by adding KD. He shores up your offense easily, providing 30 points at any given time with ease. And then on defense, he blocks shots, he gets steals, he's long, he gets out in passing lanes, so it's a help on both sides of the ball. But with the KD after injury, you know, you're not going to be sure what exactly it is that you're getting. I say, if you can get him at a discounted price, you may go for KD. So with KD in the state that he's in now, the teams that are the bottom level teams that are in the race to try to get a free agent, I don't think they can. I think it kind of eliminates him as an option for those guys. The Knicks, the Nets. The Nets made the playoffs, but to me, they're still one of those bottom running teams. I feel like, the Lakers, all of those types of teams. If there were any talks of trying to acquire KD, I think that those talks should be halted, because you need to win now. You need help now. If you're a team, the same way that DeMarcus Cousins came to the Warriors, if you're a team that can pick KD up where you don't need him to be impactful right now, and you can kind of wait for him to get back better and see how long that takes, then, I still think he's a great option, because of the proposition that eventually he'll become the KD that we know from now. But there's no guarantee. Again, prayers out to the dude. Hope that he fully recovers, because he is in this iteration of the NBA. Because I always get on this NBA saying that there's no fouling, there's no touching. This is the non-contact NBA. You can't touch anybody. But in this version, in this iteration in the NBA, he's probably my favorite player. So aside from Melo, but Melo ain't playing right now because I don't know. Maybe his phone got cut off, which I can't imagine how that would happen since he's a millionaire. But maybe people are reaching out to him. He's missing the phone calls, whatever. Somebody need to pick Melo up, get him back in the roster. They need Melo in the NBA. With KD, even if he goes somewhere, like I was saying before, you had the KD-Kyrie combination. Will Kyrie follow KD where he goes now because he's not the same KD? Will Kyrie bank on him returning back to the same health, being the same KD, or think like, what if I go with this guy and I get stuck on a team where, again, I'm the only option? And we've seen that when that's the case on Boston, at times when he was before on Cleveland, that the teams don't always do as well as projected with him being the primary option. So does that take Kyrie kind of off the table? But again, it does affect greatly all facets of basketball, not just the finals, that KD's injured. So the Warriors are in a position that they needed KD, or it was perceived that they needed him. I still believe that with a healthy Clay, healthy DeMarcus Cousins, the Warriors still get it done. But who knows? They may end up losing this, and then people will point to, I guarantee, if they do, that KD was injured. You're going to get people that put that asterisk there and say the only reason why they got that win is because the Slim Reaper, KD Durantula, wasn't available for the final series. Because if you saw him play for the short amount of time that he did play, I think he had like 12 points in 11 minutes, 11 points in 12 minutes, or something like that. So at the end of the day, people are going to have their opinions. And again, can never stress too much, prayers out and speedy recovery to KD. Hopefully he's back to his former self fully, no nothing laying over from the injury, and he gets back to 100% KD. Okay, so as always, when you see the Connoisseurs out and about, open bar, the drinks are on us, as well as the conversation, sports talk, etc. But thanks for checking me out, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
About the things that we used to do, and then I wonder why I'm standing here missing you. Know that we had some good times, you and I, but now it's time to start a new chapter in my life.